being here. I know it's a difficult time for a lot of us. Mario was really important in a lot of our lives, and we'll miss him dearly. But Mario wouldn't have wanted us to grieve. He would have wanted us to celebrate his life. We'll always remember Mario for the joy he brought each and every one of us. He was truly a shining example of it. He put it best when he said, "Wahoo! Yippee! Let's go." Mario wanted me to play this video at his funeral. He didn't tell me what it was. He said it's a surprise, so... Hi, pals! Whoops! Looks like Mario's dead. Nintendo publicly executed him on March 31st, 2021. Anyway, one of the big casualties of this Mario genocide was Super Mario Bros. 35, a Mario-themed battle royale, which, now that I think about it, sounds sort of familiar. Almost like there was a fan-made game like that a few years ago. Wait. Back in 2019, YouTuber InfernoPlus released Mario Royale, which is, you guessed it, a Mario-themed battle royale. In it, you played against 75 other players. You could attack each other directly with items, but the goal is not to be the last man standing, rather to be the first to hit the axe at the end of World 1. So it was more of a race than a true battle royale. You know, this is really fun. Especially for a fan-made game, this is super great quality and something I can see myself playing for years to come. Nintendo killed it in less than 2 weeks. Nintendo's never taken kindly to fan games, and sadly this one was no exception. InfernoPlus tried to salvage it by taking out all the Mario assets, but sadly that wasn't enough. It was really disappointing seeing it go away. I really enjoyed it and I wish it were still around. At the time it just seemed like normal Nintendo nonsense, but a little over a year later we figured out why they really took it down. On September 3rd, 2020, in a Mario 35th Anniversary Direct, Nintendo announced Super Mario Bros. 35, which was a game. You know, I could have sworn this was a movie, no wonder I thought it was so boring. Given a birthday of October 1st and an execution date of March 31st, fans were excited to give this one a try. Yes, I said execution date. The Mario 35th Anniversary Direct was the day we learned that Mario would soon be kicking the bucket. After March 31st, 2021, several Mario games would no longer be available for purchase, including Super Mario Bros. 35. Now some games, like Super Mario 3D All-Stars and the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, will still be playable to those who own it after March 31st, but Super Mario Bros. 35 is just gone forever. It's a really weird choice to me, especially considering how popular the game has been. In the game, you battle against 35 other players. Unlike Mario Royale, in this game you want to be the last man standing. How fast you get to the end of the level doesn't matter as long as you stay alive. But how exactly do you do that? Well, of course you want to avoid falling down a pit or hitting any enemies, but you also need to keep track of your timer. If you run out of time, that's it. Game over. You can gain more time through various methods, but the main one is stomping on enemies. This is where the 35 players come into play. You can't directly interact with one another. Instead, any enemies you jump on will be sent to other players you've targeted. This is an interesting mechanic which keeps the levels feeling fresh. One round, you'll play through the level as normal, and the next you'll sure wish it was. Speaking of levels, the rotation of them is in no particular order, and is dependent on what level you select at the beginning. Here's a fun drinking game. Take a shot every time a round starts with 1-1. Unfortunately, a lot of people pick the first few levels, so you'll be playing them a lot. It was even worse when the game first came out. You have to unlock all the levels, so there was a good chunk of time where seeing anything past World 1 was rare. Don't get me wrong though, the game is still a ton of fun. Once you get some more level variety, games can get really intense, especially when more difficult enemies like Hammer Bros and Bowser are introduced. You can also get items by spending coins you've earned during the round. It's a clever way to give coins a use in this game, since you don't have traditional lives the way you would in a standard Mario game. Well, that's honestly about it with this game. There were some special events that focused on certain courses or enemies, but other than that, that's about it in terms of gameplay. That's not a bad thing though. Even though the game was relatively simple in its execution, its polish and its unpredictability made it a real treat, and there's a reason I played enough of it to reach level 100. There's something about it that makes me want to come back for more, and it's the perfect game to play in short bursts. I'm gonna be sad to see it go. Okay, that was random. Don't know why Mario wanted to show that at his funeral. Anyway, sorry to hurry things along, but Fire Emblem is also dying today, so we have to get started with that funeral now.